Hello, beautiful people. Are you all having a good day today? I sure hope you are. Today, I'm finally back on Warframe to bring you guys a new series that I'm starting where I give you guys some builds. These are builds that I made for my Warframe weapon, companions, whatever it may be, and I'm just simply showing you guys them so that way you yourself can get some inspiration for the build, or hey, you can even take the build for yourself and have a blast with them. These builds are steel path viable, so if you're looking for a pretty decent steel path build for whatever I'm doing a showcase on, then you can just take the build for yourself and again have some fun with it. Now, can these builds go in that level cap? I don't know. I don't play level cap, but if they can go in the level cap, well, cool. The first video is going to be on my very very first Warframe, rather my favorite Warframe of all time in Warframe, Protea. I love this Warframe a lot. I invested so much into her, and of course, how could I not get the Prime variant of her when she got announced? Now, of course, my Protea builds aren't anything crazy. They're pretty much, I guess you could say, average, but hey, they get the job done. You know what I mean? They do the job in steel path. So without any further ado, let's hop right into the build, shall we? Alrighty, guys. So before I show you guys the mods for my Protea, I want to get into the Archon shards first. Now, this is all down to preference. You do not have to use the exact shards that I use, but this is just for the people who wants to copy it down to the T, right? So for Archon shards, 2 yellows for casting speed. Since Protea is all about abilities and casting them, we want to get them as fast as possible. 2 Tau Forge reds for increased ability duration because we want her 4th ability to last as long as possible. And 1 Tau Forge yellow for increased max energy when the mission starts. Now, I know some of you are probably wondering, why not just use preparation? Because I don't want to use preparation, I want to use a different excellent slot mod. And on top of that, the 45% that this Tau Forge mod shard offers is just enough to where you can cast all 3 abilities to get the 100% ability strength off your 4th cast, and you have enough energy to cast that 4th ability, right? So that's pretty much how that works. Excuse me. All right, let's get into the mods. So here's the build right here. For Aura slot, I got growing power, increased ability strength. We want a lot of ability strength for this build, since the 4th ability will allow your 2nd ability to armor strip, and that's gonna be very handy. If you couldn't tell already, this is a build focused on the 4th and 2nd ability. Blind range and transcendent 42 for increased ability strength. We got Archon vitality for increased health, but that's not the main reason why we're running it. We're mainly running it for the added bonus of heat being applied twice off abilities. And since Blaze Artillery has a guaranteed proc of heat, this is very handy. Prime continuity for increased ability duration, prime flow for increased max energy, and the best mod in the game, Equilibrium, converts health to energy and energy to health. Very helpful. Now we have the 2 augment mods that makes this build so broken. Temporal Artillery. This makes it to where if you pop your 2nd ability while your 4th ability is active, the Blaze Artillery will follow Protea around, and on top of that, the timer it has will be frozen. So it just stays by Protea until the timer reaches, until the 4th ability wears off. This ability is freaking insane because, as you guys know, Blaze Artillery just does more damage for each shot it does. So having that thing just following Protea around is deadly. Now, obviously, DE has to balance his augment because it would get out of hand real fast. So it does halt the wait, how you would call it? I guess the combo counter, as this game calls it. It halts the Blaze Artillery's damage increase by 20 times, so it can't go any higher than 20. Which, fair enough. Could you imagine this thing reaching into the hundreds? Oh my god, you'd be one-shotting everything in the game. It's stupid. Now, combining this with this augment mod, you have yourself just a one-man army. This makes it to where if you deal damage with your 1st and 2nd ability while your 4th ability is active, it will armor strip enemies. And this scales off strength. And as you can see right here, it has 25% just by default with the ability strength I have. And mind you, it's not taking growing power into consideration. It's not taking a maxed out molt augmented into consideration, which, speaking of molt augmented, I'm using that alongside molt efficiency for increased ability strength and duration. So you can imagine just how long your abilities are going to be lasting, and just how hard hitting your abilities are going to be hitting. Now, I should actually mention this too. I do have Nourish Hailsmith on a Protea, not for the reasons you think. Well, probably for the reasons you think. I'm not using it for the damage increase or anything that it provides. I'm only using it for the energy multiplier. Because as you're just running through rooms, shooting enemies and whatnot, you have to constantly cast your fourth ability to keep the boil artillery up. And it eats up your energy when you're constantly spamming that crap. So this, combined with Equilibrium, you can get a lot of energy. Now, I know I could just use an energy pad, but I don't want to stop to like pull up my gear wheel just to put down an energy pad. So this just makes me just feel, I don't even know how you'll say, just makes you feel at times, man. It's a blast. This build is nothing crazy. A lot of people have done this build already, but still, I just want to show you guys my take on it. It may be really similar to other builds that you've seen, but this is my take on it though. And that's about it for this build, really. I do have some other builds, but I'll show you those if you guys want to see them in another video. I'm just doing one build for each Warframe, so the video's not insanely long. But if you want to see my other builds for Protea, I will show you them if the time comes and you want to see them. But enough about that. Let's go into Steel Path Survival, and I'm going to show you guys just what this build can do. Alrighty guys, so here we are in the Steel Path Void to show you guys what this build can do. Now, little heads up, I am running my Def Q Prime right there. He's not going to be dealing really any sorts of damage. This guy's main purpose is just to revive me with energy, because as you guys know, that's what Def Cube is good at. And I'm not even going to be using my weapon that I have, unless of course I'm forced to, like if an acolyte like Violence show up and he just disables my stuff, right? But I'm not even going to be using my abilities. I mean, I'm not even going to use my gun. I'm going to just use my abilities and let it do all the work for me. Because as you can see, it's up here just wiping out the enemy. They don't stand a chance. I'm just simply running through the rooms, letting it do all the work for me, and yep. This is just a lazy build. This is just how you play the game. If you're not, you're just trying to kick back, you ain't trying to really use much of your brain power, right? This is a very easy build. And combine the fact that this is Protea we're talking about, who has one of, if not the best survivability in the entire game. Just throw down your first ability and you just have infinite shields. Oh, they break the shield? Oh, too bad. You got shield gating, right? Like, and it lasts longer than usual due to the first ability. So yeah, you will just never die, man. You're just never gonna die, because again, this is Protea we're talking about. And as you can see, these guys are just getting completely annihilated. They're getting armor stripped just like that. There's nothing that they can do. It is just a freaking murder. It's a landslide. There's nothing else for me to say here, man. Like, you see what the build's doing. There's really nothing for me to say. Oh yeah, well, I guess I could say that. Make sure you're paying attention, because if you don't, that will happen. She'll rewind time and then you're back to square one. It's nothing crazy, but it can be a bit of a nuisance, if you're not paying the frick attention like I was right there. Just make sure you're kind of paying attention. Make sure you're constantly eyeing your fourth ability, Make sure to uncast it and recast it so that way you don't go back in time, because that crap can be really freaking annoying. As cool as the gimmick is, it can be extremely annoying to put up with. So yeah, one thing that I do advise that you do, I would highly recommend that you go to your settings. Let me just show you real quick. Go to your options, go to this thing, invert, tap, and hold abilities, right? Go to Protea and turn this on to inverted. Do that so that way your first ability, you can just tap it to get the shield gating, your shield generators. And on top of that, for your fourth ability, instead of you having to hold it, right? Instead of you having to, because there's two modes when it comes to the fourth ability. You can either tap it to, make the rewind thing kick in immediately, or you can hold it to just flat out cancel the ability as a whole. Like, it just won't do the whole rewind thing in general. If you swap the thing around, you can just tap it to cancel the rewind thing, and you can just press it again to, cast it again, to get it up again, so your Blaze Arm Turtle will be following you again. This is pretty much the gameplay loop of Protea. This is what I do with my build, at least. This is very simple. It's not hard at all. It does not require much brain power. Now, I did shoot right there because my instincts kicked in. I honestly, I like shooting alongside this thing just for an additional landslide of a slaughter. But again, I'm just proving to you guys this build can put in some freaking work. And overall, man, like, yeah, you don't need much brain power. Again, there's not much else for me to really say here. Now, I'm sure maybe you guys are wondering, okay, how does this do against the Acolyte? I will gladly show you once that fool decides to actually want to spawn in and deal with me. But you know how they are. They always want to like spawn in near the end of the mission. Or maybe they'll spawn in now. I thought I could wish it into existence. Nope. That's what happens when I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention again. Because I got distracted by the fact that my blaze artillery went away. Because, well, yeah, the timer does get halted. You got to remember, within that time period of you know, uncasting, then recasting your fourth ability, the timer for your blaze artillery is going down within that period. So keep that in mind. You know, the timer is not completely 100% frozen. It is taking down very slowly in that time period you having to do that, but it doesn't stop you from just, you know, getting another 100% ability strength, you know, voice line to get even more ability strength, right? There's really nothing stopping you from doing that. So right now I'm just waiting for the Acolytes to spawn in. I don't know when, I don't know where he is. We're like 4 minutes into this mission. He should have been spawned in by now, honestly. You know what? I'm gonna do us all a favor since I have nothing else to talk about. I'm gonna just cut forward to the guy spawning in. Yeah, let's just do that. Alrighty, guys, he's here. Not even a few seconds. God dang it, it happened again. Not even a few seconds later, the guy spawned in. But now you're finna see the true power of this build. Watch this. I'm not even gonna do nothing. Watch this. Fully armor strip. I'm not doing nothing, by the way. Wow, freaking annihilated. Didn't have to do anything. Now, yeah, it didn't one-shot the Acolyte, right? Didn't freaking one-shot the guy, but I didn't even have to do anything. I was just standing there. I stood there, did nothing. The blaze artillery just annihilated her. Nothing that he could do. Nothing that she could do. Freaking utterly annihilated. And we got some Aya too. Oh, thank you, game. You are too kind. All right, now I'm gonna head to extraction and end this video off. So, yeah, that's my video. That's my Protea build, guys. Let me know in the comments on what you think about this. Do you like my build? Do you think it could use some improvements? If you do think that, let me know in the comments, because I'm always here to hear you guys out. Because look, I'm not a pro at Warframe by all means. Despite me playing this game for years, there's so much stuff that I have yet to learn. And so if you guys have any advice for me on how I can make this build better, let me know in the comments, right? And again, while you're down there, let me know how this build is. You know, do you think it's good? You think it's bad? You know what? You get it, right? You get it. But I appreciate you guys taking your time today to watch this video. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you smash the like button, but only do it if you enjoyed the video. Don't just do it to do it, because it's kind of weird, not gonna lie. If you enjoy my video content, my channel, or just my personality as a whole, you can subscribe to show support to the channel. Always appreciated. If you don't like my video, if you don't like my channel no more, you're uninterested, you lost interest and whatnot, you can always unsubscribe. That's entirely up to you. If you do subscribe, turn on post notifications so you get notified from the next video. And that's about it. Thank you guys again for taking your time today to watch this video. I'll see you on the next one, all right? Peace out, everybody.